twice when I come up with ideas. Oh, yeah. Right, there we go. Now we're live. So, good evening, everyone. Bat fans and all. Good evening, Damien.
Welcome to the new blood, the young blood.
Yes. You young people today. So I'm guessing you didn't see this in cinemas.
No, when did this? What's this? Late 90s or?
Yeah, 97.
Yeah, well, no, I was only a small infant then.
I hate young
I was
people.
just learning to walk.
Fuck's sake.
Banging my head everywhere.
20, yeah. So I was in my mid-20s. And I saw this in the cinema. Now, I enjoyed it when I came out in the cinema, but it was...
Well, yeah, right, okay, but then I don't know, you've had
I still
time
enjoy it,
to...
but everyone else I know doesn't. So I know you had this as number 4 on your films due to childhood memories.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, I watched it recently, a few weeks back, and I mean, the same magic isn't there, the same appeal as being a child watching it, but it's still fun, still great fun.
Hang on, I'm getting feedback. Carry on, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a joy. I mean, I love it over Forever. I'm not really a big fan of Forever.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I mean, I thought I would be. I mean, as a child, I probably laughed my head off. You've got Jim Carrey, but I don't know. It's like it seems bizarre saying it's too much for me because I can handle a lot of craziness, but I don't know.
Well, no, that is true. Jim Carrey is completely, well, him and Tommy Lee Jones are completely mad in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Tommy Lee Jones isn't really doing a Two-Face, is he? He's doing a Joker.
Yes, he is. Right, hang on. Let's see. If I don't bother trying to keep up, just when I say play on yours, we'll keep it linked on our digital copies. Ignore the VHS in the background because it's always I'll stop and start it because it goes at a different speed.
Sure.
Right, here we go. Got some guests in the chat. Kenjiro says hello. We say hello. Oh shit!
Oh.
There it is. Hang on, it started already. There we go. Right. So if you press play now.
Sure.
And then tell me what you see.
I am getting. I'm probably a little bit. I've just got the Warner Brothers logo now.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll pause the video.
So now it's going all frosty.
Right, there we go. So we're synced. Right. So we'll just catch up with this chat. Forever was way better than Batman from his hair. There's two schools of thought to this. Now, after watching both this week, I am more Batman and Robin. But it's because of the overtopness. But this does have a lot of money spent on it. Now, 20 million went to Arnie, and that's why he gets top billing over Batman, which...
Yeah, I just noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a really cool title sequence. This is
yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, this would have amazed me as a kid.
He was only on set for 6 weeks. Most of the time when you see the full bodysuit of Mr. Freeze, it's not Arnie, it's his stuntman. And was it Chris O'Donnell, even though he palled around with Arnie on set, never had a scene with him. It's always their stand-ins each time they're on set.
So Arnie just got paid to say those mad, cheesy lines then, literally. He wasn't running around that much.
He said, no, he was very claustrophobic in the suit. And apparently, there's a bit later on where, at the ending, on the thing, magnifying thing, whatever it is, when his teeth light up, apparently he had batteries and an LED thing in his mouth, and then his spit degraded the batteries, and then the batteries leaked in his mouth, causing him pain and damage.
Oh, right.
So what do you make of these suits? Because people complain about the nipples, but the nipples were in Forever, so... They don't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, I like Robin's.
Yeah, Robin's. But yeah, the suits were more flexible, but easier to rip apparently.
Well, I guess they must have got better for each actor as the films went along. I imagine like the first tries must have been like really, really terrible. I mean, like with the neck and the movement. I mean, they do say about how difficult it was.
Yeah. Now,
and it reflects in the acting as well. Like, you know, the whole it's like being in like a big you know, the dentist mask from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the big scary scene when they get him in the, must be like that.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, because Chris O'Donnell's Robin is supposed to be his future Nightwing suit. It's where it's got a red Robin instead of a blue one, but that's about it. I think it's an awesome bike. But do you like the car in this one or in the other in Forever? Because
sorry,
Batman's car in this one or Forever? Do you prefer?
Oh, wow. I can't picture the car from Forever. So
it's a little less light up.
I mean, is this the? I think is it Batman Returns when like he just goes all out with the gadgets on the car. So like you've got the first one and it's like fairly really cool, and then the next one they just top it, which just by doing.
Yeah, it's got discus and poles that's come out. It got the shield.
Yeah.
But then the third one, it lights up more and goes up buildings. Right, hang on, let's get the chat. Pete's here. Good evening, Pete. How are you?
Hey.
Arachnid here. Oh, so you prefer this to Forever? Interesting. That time. To be honest, this film ain't bad. You've got Alicia Silverstone after all. Yes, she is.
Yeah, that was the name I was trying to figure out in my video actually, and I was trying to praise her. I forgot. How could I forget? I mean, come on.
Well, that's the trouble. She was supposed to have a bigger part, as it were, but unfortunately, her weight inflated slightly, so she couldn't fit in the costume as much. And then people were mean to her. Well, one of the artists drew a picture that was mean to her, but so she had a lot of issues after this film with her eating. But yeah, she was supposed to be in it more, but because of her, they couldn't get her in the costume. She wasn't in it. Oh yes, Nicole. Yeah, Nicole Kidman's in the Batman Forever, and yeah, we'll get to that one on Saturday, I think. So that was supposed to be last week, but we had to postpone it. But yeah, there's no real order to these things anyway. Apart from Robin turns up. Bane was wasted in this. Yeah, he's supposed to be a super intelligent, super muscular, someone that equal to Batman, but yeah, he's just a goofball.
But isn't this this is more the Bane in here is more accurate to the comics, right? More of like
the look,
yeah.
But he's not. He's supposed to be smart in the comics. But yeah,
he's made to be a what would you call him? Like a sidekick to the villains in this one, essentially.
Yeah,
with Poison Ivy,
the woke women. Strong.
I mean, I have to say, with this scene, I just love like the practical aspect of it all. It's so like
it's one massive set, isn't it? It's lovely.
Yeah, that's what stood out to me the other week when I watched it.
But yeah, apparently, I see Arnie's only in close-ups. But if you see him from a distance, it's standing most of the time, unless he's. And then apparently, same with Clooney. He's not in it that much. Or Chris O'Donnell. If they're in the suits, they're barely in it, apparently. Kill them all! I just realised my volume's up. Right. Arachnid. I mean, there's the bit where he wakes up and shouts Bane is hilariously stupid. Hey, hello, we are Boa. You see, he's got appreciation for this. So great looking Gotham. Yeah, the Gotham looks a lot better than Forever because it doesn't have the dodgy CGI as Forever. And the Golden Fall score is banging. Yes, I never realized how much I enjoyed the score until I rewatched these. Because it's not Danny Elfman, which is my favorite, but yeah. Yeah,
I mean, more. They don't all stand out to me, but there are certain films where like the whole score is like very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think that's like a point in film. That's like something that I take from films. If the score is is like, has fun and is equally, like when it marries the scenes, I think it does well when it does that.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. And apparently for most of this film, they couldn't record sound on set, so it's all ADR'd because of all the noise of the set and stuff, apparently, and the costumes and everything, so they have to dub everything.
Well, it makes sense. There's a lot going on.
There is a lot of action.
There is a lot.
You can't say that.
I mean, one thing I noticed from watching all four of these back to back is I don't know if it's just me, but I'll point them out. I think that's why I'm saying it here. But there is a reference to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in all four of these films. I mean, yeah, there's just
Wow. Now you can explain the science between how diamonds power his ice suit.
Well,
right. I'll get drive-through. Chicks dig the car. Yeah, the one-liners do not suit Batman at all. This is why Superman works alone. Total media recording. So yes, apparently, We Are Boa is his other account. So he's logged into his other one now. Here we go. Gotham still looks amazing. Yes, that's where I got to. Hey, Paddy, how are you? Good evening, guys. Here's what we're thinking of Batman and Robin right now. Welcome to the meeting. What should we do for Batman and Robin? Bat nipples, bat ass, bat credit card, and toys. That was exactly how the meeting went.
Yeah. The bat credit card, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean but it just. I mean, that's why you have two different. You have the Batman from the 90s and previously, and then you have the serious Batman, but you can't have both. Like you have to pick your lane, Yeah.
Definitely. Like all the gadgets are pretty cool in this, how they're all bat symbol types, bat bombs, the bat symbol, the bat.
Well, like your man said, like Paddy said, it was all about toys back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're not trying to sell toys anymore. They're trying to sell I don't know how they.
The Batman has a couple of toys. That's about it. But yeah, this one was just a toy advert, just like He-Man. But because they've got the two different suits again. Because Batman and Robin have different suits. Then you've got Batgirl with two different suits. But Poison Ivy has two different suits. But Schwarzenegger's only got one. Bane's only got one. I did have a few of the toys. Some of the things I did collect are the Batman and Robin Pogs. So these are little paper discs that came in crisp packets back in the Walker's Crisps, I think. Multi-packs used to have these in the bottom, so I used to open them in the supermarket and pull them out. I have the official annual, which is £5.75, 25 years ago. Just lots of pictures and the story. And there we go. The comic book adaptation, which has variations on this. Only minor ones. But then it advertises the Pogs on the back. Oh, it's Kellogg's, sorry. So Kellogg's, not Frosties, Pops, and Chocolate Flakes. I used to open and rip them out. Here we go.
So what? And did you complete that? You completed the Kellogg's.
I did all of it. I've kept it.
Wow! Look at that.
Nice. Oh, I'll pop one out. There you go. It's just a piece of paper with foam in the middle. It's not even especially made or anything, but
you've done well to keep it in good nick.
Yeah, I'll probably destroy it tonight, but
yeah, as you put it down though.
So yeah, all the ice puns. I did read it. I can't remember how much it is now, but I think it's over 20 ice puns in this.
Oh wow!
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Well,
That's one of my favorites because although like the lines are ridiculous, the way Arnie delivers them. I mean, I don't know if at this stage. I mean, he probably is aware of himself by the 90s and aware of how we interpret him. So yeah, I mean, he can't help it though. I mean, it's like.
Well, him and Clooney, the only ones that came out of this unscathed because Joel Schumacher was blasted for doing it. Alicia Silverstone had her problems after the film. Chris O'Donnell had trouble getting cast because he's 25 in this one, I think, playing a teenager. And Who else was there? Arnie carried on. George Clooney was still doing ER at the time, so he stayed in that, luckily. He didn't quit it. Because he was still doing work on that. Here we go. Total recall. Barbara Lang did the production design for the Schumacher films, who also did the production design for QT's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There you go. Yeah, this certainly looks good. You know, there's some ropey effects. Like surfing from the sky.
Yeah, I mean, you have to give it to these films where they just, they just go all out from the beginning. I mean, we've already had 2 action set pieces. We had, the amazing just sort of entrance to the, suiting up in the vehicles, and now we've just got 2 action set pieces. It's like, okay, fair play.
Yeah. Because, Mr. Freeze's gun is quite difficult. It does different things each time he shoots it, because in the other place he shoots it and freezes things.
And does different, right?
Yeah, freezes a whole person. This bit, he's going down a chimney and it's just slowing him down, making snow. Then he fired on Batman and only did his tiny wrists. And then the next shot, he'll freeze Robin.
There would have to be a few buttons on that gun to do all those things.
Yeah. They made a movie here to sell kids' toys. Mission accomplished in his eyes. Yes, I had a Kenner version of the awful Batmobile I got rid of and kept the forever Batmobile. I used to have some miniature toys of all the cars, but I sold them for some reason. I can't remember. I don't. There you go. Fun fact. Bane, also Jeep Svensson, was the main event of the WCW PBV Uncensored 1996. His first and last match because he was so awful in the ring.
That's a shame. I'll have to go and seek that out, because I do like a bit of wrestling myself. So what's his name? Jeep Swenson. Okay.
Yeah, he's
surely he'll be on YouTube somewhere.
Big Bane. I think he was hired because he had the biggest muscles or something, measurements. But I think I thought it was either him or this little version of him that comes in died the same year this came out, before he transforms into Big Bane. One of them. There you go. Yeah, this film.
He literally picks Robin. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I know. He picks him up with no effort at all. Like the ice has made him lighter. And then he defrosts him, or a stuntman does. This film is the perfect example of too many cooks making the film. Toy companies and Warner Brothers wanted to make this as kiddie-friendly as hell. Mackie D's wanting food review and throwing Bane for fun. Yes, that is exactly what they did. Warner Brothers did not want... They wanted so many toys, because that's where the money is, rather than a good film. How do you rate Poison Ivy here?
Overall, or the introduction?
Her version of Poison Ivy.
I don't know. I'm a bit misty-eyed because it's Uma Thurman as well. Yeah. So I mean, she does a good. I mean, I like her acting.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one because she doesn't
what's going on and how to overreact.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't stick to the same. Once she becomes Poison Ivy, she doesn't exactly like stick to the same Poison Ivy from the beginning to the end. You'll see she does. She turns into like a seductress, and rather than, I don't know.
Yeah, because when she poses as her old self to confront Batman later on, she's playing the old self, and then later on she's the vamp. But she could have just been Poison. I don't like any of her costumes as well. There's no.
I mean, I haven't got any. I'll judge it here, I think. But I had no complaints previously. I mean, she looked great in the with her kit. We'll oh, here he is.
Here's Rob. There he is. Yeah, it might be this guy. George Clooney had great armor nipples. Hi, Rob. If I had a bat suit, I'd have. Hey, Jim. The film This film is like you watch it when you're 8, 9, or 10. You say, "Wow, this is the best Batman ever." But when you're like 21, like me, and then you watch the Burton films, it's like those are the true Batman. Oh, Arachnid, once again, he's excited to be part of my Batman 2 audio play. Yes, thank you for that. He does a nice teaser.
We all are. We are indeed.
So yeah, there's still people. If people want to join in, there's plenty of voices to do. Dark Gothic and how Gotham was meant to be, not colourful, Adamist camp. Cheers, Joel and Warners, for ruining what was a solid start and killed comic book films until Spider-Man in 2002. Yeah, I think Kevin Feige thanked this film for failing, so it did actually make them put an effort into the new millennium of comic book movies. Although,
well, I guess if this didn't get like the criticism, then we may not have ever had more serious comic book adaptations. We would have continued with these sort of films.
Yeah, how fun! Well, it's certainly some of the, like Thor: Love and Thunder and so on returning to this sort of thing, but.
Yeah, I don't know why they let Taika Waititi do that to Love and Thunder. I mean, he done it to a certain extent in Ragnarok, and it worked for everyone. But most people like that film.
He was
but
reined
Love
in.
and Thunder, it's at odds with itself. Oh.
Yeah, deeply depressing story on one side and stupid funny moments on the other, isn't it?
Exactly.
Sorry. Oh no. Actually, I do. I wouldn't. I'd watch the XXX Batman over this, but yeah, not live on YouTube. Not this yet. But hello, Ricky. Bane in a Dick Tracy suit. Oh, okay. Yeah, he does wear a fedora and raincoat later, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I do like that though. I think that's silly enough for me. That's my kind of silly. Yeah.
And yeah, he can drive and he knows his way around Gotham.
I mean, look at the cast. I mean, who's the scientist dude?
I was looking at him trying to think. John something, isn't it? Someone in the chat will tell me. He was the dad in Shazam 1. He was in Smallville as old Luthor.
Yeah, Lex Luthor's old man. Yeah.
John Glover. See, I won. Poison Ivy was an awakening to me back then. Oh, there we go. She was very pretty, Uma Thurman. Even though they're trying to make her drab and dreary with glasses, as they do in all these films. Put glasses on them, make it look ugly. Franz, a bit late. No, only 20 minutes in, and I've never realised this is over a 2-hour film. I always thought it was like an hour 45 at the most.
Yeah, I think it's 2 hours 5 minutes. I think.
Yeah. Now it's either this one or Forever that's the shortest. I mean, this tapes here, but only by a few minutes. Because I didn't realise they were all over 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't know Ricky, do you?
Well, yeah, from YouTube, yes. Yeah, we watch each other's videos. He's a good guy. He's one of the first guys to really pay me any attention, you know?
It's like Mike says, this shit. I'm guessing he's referring to Ricky, not the film. Because I know.
Let's hope not.
I know Mike is a big Batman fan. I'm getting way behind. Sorry, guys. So too much franchise mania back in the late 90s days. Yes. It's hard to believe this is the same year as Blade.
Oh, wow. Oh, and Blade's great. Oh.
Yeah. So there's Arnie again. Somehow they got all this technical zoom ins and the old security footage they kept for 2 years. But then we do get the great Arnie line. Is it?
It's gonna hurt.
Oh no, not that one. Maybe it's later. I thought it was his usual noises. Nah, it's later. Right.
There we go.
There it is.
What happened to his wife?
Nobody knows for sure she's good.
It's in the background. Oh shit. Yeah, it's powered by diamonds. Uma does her best with the script. She's given from Pulp Fiction to this. I feel sorry for the actors, but I can't forgive Joel. Batman Forever, I can warm to it, but I'm still trying to give. I was trying to give. Yeah, Joel said it was his fault. He took responsibility. He said because a lot of people blamed Akiva Goldman for the writing, but then it was Joel Silver said it was down to him, and he succumbed to making it about toys because the studio mandates. Because Clooney is the same inside and out of the cowl, isn't he? He doesn't change at all. His head shakes. He doesn't.
Well,
apparently...
yeah. So there we go. The integrity goes away a little bit, doesn't it? For the really, as a director, you should be establishing those, and the actor for that. Well, but he can only do what he's given with the script.
Well, yeah. And, the only reason he got the job is he was a last minute replacement because Val Kilmer, even though Joel Schumer didn't want him back, the studio wanted him back, but he decided at the last minute not to do it. So they had to hunt for someone. And I think it was one of the producers on the plane had a newspaper and he saw a picture of George Clooney from ER and he just drew a back cowl on him and then said, "Let's get him."
I wonder what made Kilmer refuse all that money. Surely they're getting loads of dough.
Yeah. Well, I guess Keaton got offered a load of money forever, but because Burton wasn't doing it and the script was shit, he turned it down. So I'm guessing that's what Kilmer did. He didn't enjoy the.
Oh, yeah, he saw the script. Yeah,
forever.
Yeah.
Him and still Schumacher didn't get on, but back in those days he didn't get on with anyone allegedly. Massive. I'm not gonna lie. The Alfred is dying subplot. Oh, I actually liked the Alfred is dying subplot, and Matt Freeze is the only one that can save him. Yeah, that was a good story. The McGregor syndrome, which is a named after the producer McGregor, Scott, I think it is. But yeah, the Arrowverse kept up the McGregor syndrome in some of its episodes of Arrow, I think.
Okay.
Chance to make a dark but friendly Batman. Jim Carrey was brilliant, but why to complete with why do a complete 180 and ruin what Joel tried to do? But yeah, there was going to be a sequel to this. They were expecting this to be a hit. So it was going to be called Batman Triumphant, I think. Oh, that's just reminded because it was going to have the Scarecrow in it. Now, the Scarecrow is actually in this film. The character, the Scarecrow. Yep, you're looking at me like that, like, what? So, see if you can guess which. It's a minor character in this, very minor, and it's played by a celebrity. But that was going to be the Scarecrow in the next film. So I'll see if anyone can guess. A massive crush. I mean, this fucking crap laptop. I was going to say a massive on. I dreaded to think what the word before on was. We got there in the end. Warner Brothers executive Bob Day suggested handsome rising star. George Clooney isn't Batman. Never was to me. Keaton is the closest. Schwarzenegger 25 million. Yeah, was that 25 million pounds? It was absurd. Yeah, he did 6 weeks. He had limited hours the day he would be on set. He got pampered in the makeup chair because he had to have his shaved head painted and eye contact lenses. He had like foot massages, hand pedicures on it while he was getting his makeup done, and he was barely in the suit because it was claustrophobic. Hey, Heroic Waffles, good to see you again. Some US people here, and Stanton. Good, welcome. This makes Adam's West version serious. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays you just couldn't have a film where you have the normal character and then you have the villain make such a her last scene she was in glasses and couldn't speak a word of English. Now she's going around kissing people, killing them, and
to save Mother Earth. Yes. Oh, sorry, Blade was 98. I was a year out. Sue me. Thank you, France. I always support the small channels. It's the underdog thing, Aaron. You and us know. Fuck the small channels. I'm far too superior now.
You've forgotten where you came from.
Now, this cartoon they're trying to Freeze is trying to make them sing along to. Do you know it?
No.
It is an old 60s one. I didn't know it was a real one. I thought it was just made for this, but it's an old 60s one. some Christmas film. I forget what it's called. Now there's Vivacia Fox because she was in Kill Bill Volume 1 with Uma Thurman.
Oh wow, what? That's her. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of her stuff was cut too. Because yeah, she's.
oh. Did they plan to have her by his side a little bit more and just hanging on to his elbow? You might say.
What was her name? Character Misbehavior or something, or something like that. Misbehaving, I think it was.
Oh wow! Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry for my. I'm sorry for my rant. Was it a rant, or did it get blocked? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. You ran out of characters. No worries. Remember the movie Steel with Shaq O'Neal? There's a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't think I've seen Shaq O'Neal in Steel since it came out in Rental. Have you seen that one? Do you remember that one? And then there's Blank Man with Damon Wayans and.
Oh, I'm missing out then.
Yeah, there's a few 90s superhero films that was completely under the radar. There was the Captain America.
I haven't seen that.
Flash, Phantom, a few others. Joel had the Lost Boys, Falling Down, Time to Kill, and The Climb. Yeah, he was doing good thrillers. Serious Val was committed. Val was committed to the Saints and didn't tell Joe till the last minute. Yeah, that was fisting him a bit. But yeah, he was doing the Saint, which was supposed to be another franchise that went nowhere. Oh, we got a winner! Ding, 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 ding. Total movie recall. Yes, Coolio was going to play the Scarecrow in the next film.
Oh, Coolio. Coolio to play Scarecrow.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm
Nice one.
assuming that's legit because it's quite a lot everywhere. But okay, so this came out in the United States on June 20th, 1997. Oh, hang on. Well, I remember. George Clooney was dating Mrs. Freeze, who's in the frozen water at the time. So whether that had anything to do with her getting the part or not. So when did this come out in the UK? What month and year?
When was the US release? 97, did you say?
Yeah, June 20th. Cameroon got it before us. June 20th, 1997. Oh, hang on. I pause it again. Sheena played the Scarecrow in this movie. Oh, well done. Yeah, Coolio, exactly. But yeah, I lost it. Right, so it came out a week later, which is not bad for that. Huh? June 27th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, normally it was a few months later. But this is
I heard the gap was a lot bigger back in the day. They would we would get shafted a lot of the times, and it would be
at least 6 months. Uncle Alfred. So yes, she is not Barbara Gordon in this. She is. Was it Barbara something? I don't even.
She is amazing. Oh, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
Yeah, this is not the Japanese schoolgirl channel.
Where's the spin-off?
Where's
the deleted scenes?
If it was, there are some deleted scenes. I thought, I'm not deleted. You must have on your Blu-ray. Gangster's Paradise himself, maybe. Oh, is Coolio dead? I did not realize that. Sorry, I'm not up on my rap. I don't think The Saint is much better than this. In fact, I would rather watch this. I used to enjoy The Saint, but yeah, I was very bored by it last time I watched it. Yeah, The Saint was Mission Impossible light. Hey, Austin. Yeah, this film was very hyped. It had a massive opening weekend and then a very bad second weekend because word of mouth took it out. So yes, she's saying, "Oh, a motorbike," and it says, Alfred says, "Don't go near that," or she says, "Oh no, Alfred, I'm scared." And then 5 minutes later, he's built her a bat suit and a bat bike and ready to send her on a mission, even though she's had zero training. Very
inappropriate, Alfred.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. It's fairly mundane, but Kilmer and Elizabeth Shue have surprisingly good chemistry. Yes, because that was back in Kilmer's bad days when he was going to do The Island Rocked from Home and then dropped out to a smaller part in that, and then people slating him for being difficult to work with and all this business.
This that whole thing you said about Alfred, obviously making the suit fairly quickly,
Yes.
it reminds me of have you ever seen the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer film?
Oh yes.
Well, it's a bit like that, where like the mentor guy, he just I know it's a little bit different because she's the chosen one, but like he latches onto her with, and just
It is. It's very similar. But yeah, and then we've got somehow Bruce has been with Alfred for 30-something years, but knows nothing about him or his family.
Well, he truly is an arsehole then, isn't he? That old Bruce.
Yeah.
Stuck
So
up Bruce.
budget of 125 million. It made 238 million, but that was a loss after all the advertising and stuff.
Yeah. Don't they say you have to make nearly triple the budget? Or
Yeah, pretty much this. Right, hang on. What was I looking at? Because the picture of Peg on his desk is actually an actress from something else. And of course I know exactly what it is. Once I find it. Let me carry on. Everybody sub to RossoSmileFilms. Because, was it Peg? And how lame is that password? There you go. The old lady in Titanic. That is a younger picture of her on his desk.
oh, okay, so the one at the beginning of Titanic that's reciting her past.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a young picture of her on it. There you go. Thank you, Arachnid. Steel was such a huge bomb. Yeah, I don't think it even got a cinema release in the UK. There you go. So, yeah, it went straight to video over here. Yeah, and then we get the Warner's lot here, and the. Oh yeah, this is the same street we'll see later on that gets frozen, of course. I don't know why she needs a disguise when no one knows who she is anyway. All she's doing is changing her hair color. Oh!
But don't dent her ego. Listen.
And how can Bane see? Because it's like cloth eyes. It's not even glasses.
Oh, is this when she does the reporting and goes up to Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, saying kill half the world and then we can sort the plants out.
Oh, yes. No, I like this scene. I do. I really like this scene.
Now, apparently, the two professors here are regulars in all of Joel Silver films. They're in Schumacher films. They're in Batman Forever and some others, but they're different characters in this.
I'm sure I recognise this woman in the pink suit.
Who's that? Hang on. Bruce's girlfriend? I can't see her. Who's the pink suit?
Yes, it's
Oh, the one next to Bruce.
Yeah.
I'm
sure I recognise her from something.
Elle McPherson, supermodel of the 90s.
Oh.
Yeah.
well, it might just be that then. It might, my extracurricular.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you wouldn't have known back then. But yeah, apparently, the reporter lady is Bob Kane's wife, who co-wrote Batman as it is now. Back then, I think he had sole rights to it, but yeah, Bob Kane, yeah. But nowadays, he shares rights with someone else, Bob Finger, I think, or something. And then, so yeah, that's supermodel Elle McPherson, and she's actually, her character is a real character from the 40s Batman series, or comics, that was a girlfriend of Bruce Wayne at the time. And she was supposed to have a bigger role, and then she was supposed to get killed off by Poison Ivy later with that funny knife she has where she checks her hair in it for some fucking reason later on. Oh, Taco Bell. You see, we've only just got Taco Bell in the UK, and there's only a few of them around. None near me, but I've heard terrible things about them. Can I just say, I can't watch the end credits because of a certain R. Kelly song. Yes, I was going to get to the music. So the first film had Prince. The second film only had one song by Susie and the Banshees, but it's a good song. The third film had a great album of people. And then the fourth one, this one, has a song called Gotham City by R. Kelly, which I didn't even hear when it came out. And I don't even recognize when I hear it now. There was a song by the Smashing Pumpkins that was another hit. But it's not one I recognize. The end is beginning is the beginning is the end. It's the Smashing Pumpkin soundtrack. But yeah, the last one forever had a big selling soundtrack with U2 and Kiss from a Rose from Seal, but this one had nothing. Yeah, Gotham City by R. Kelly, Goo Goo Dolls, Moloko, Underworld, Meshul something. Yeah. Not a good album. But yeah, we'll leave Mr. R. Kelly out of this. I remember this came out just before the school holidays. I was 14 at the time. Fuck no.
So this is what I mean by like Poison, like her portrayal. It's like you would assume, because we've already seen her being like a seductress.
Yes.
You just wouldn't picture her being. She's a bit feisty here and a little bit like snotty, but you would just imagine her to be more in control because of the previous season, previous scene.
And now she goes batshit crazy.
Yeah, this is the the turning point.
Okay, here we come. Arnie's back. It's been a while since we've seen him. No, I don't have an NTSC VHS, but I only have PAL players here. The UK standard. Remembering renting this on Front Row or Sky Box Office at the time, thought it was okay. I wish it had been a bit more serious. Yeah, because it's got the serious side with Arnie's, apart from his fucking puns. The lighting is amazing in this movie. That is true. Every picture looks gorgeous. Because yeah, you got the blue of the Ice Palace, the green of red of. Oh. Now this, because Batman says later, you got 11 minutes to unfreeze someone. Does that mean they just die if he doesn't defrost them? His henchmen and such. City of Justice, City of Love, Gotham City. Yeah, it's such a shame. Yeah, that song is not good. Yeah, she wasn't given much to work with, and most of her part was cut out, so she wasn't given a fair deal on this because there was supposed to be more Batgirl, but I don't think it would have helped. But this is, yeah. What a shit British accent. That is true. I don't know. Was she trying to do a British accent? I don't know, because she was coming from Oxbridge in London, which doesn't exist, because it's an amalgamation of Oxford and Cambridge, but yeah, she got the swirling city shot of Gotham, and it looks a lot better than what we got in Forever. And then you got this. So in the first film, Batman is barely seen by the public at all, and now he's giving away at this Hawaiian Polynesian event. You get to meet him.
Well, I mean, that might be the most realistic part of this whole film, you know, because what would we would commodify like a someone like that, wouldn't we? We would sort of
Yes.
We would. I don't know what we would do, but yeah.
I think the trouble is in their light, you see their cod pieces.
This is like the boys' light, you know. This is what the boys want to portray, like the series, and then behind the scenes, it gets a bit more adult. You know?
Yes. Wait 11 minutes to unfreeze people. Yeah, wouldn't they just die instantly? Yeah, because they're going to suffocate, aren't they? Bob Kane would have committed suicide. Well, he did die a year after this came out. I think it was just old age. Hang on, tablet's running up. Try again, it says. So yeah, I got these weird. Now apparently these monkey suits and the reveal is the same as one Mae West did in an old film. She was in a big furry thing and then came out of it sexy like. I've only seen a still from it, so I can't. But then, there was. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a fifth movie with Batman Unchained. Yeah, there was supposed to be a lot of that, and then there was going to be a spin-off of Nightwing and all sorts. But as we know, this killed it. Thank you for staying, Mike. Yes, roll on Action April. All right. Only one more Batman film, I promise. People say this was the gayest looking Batman with all that purple and pink neon backgrounds and tone. So far. But
I think they knew the power of Poison Ivy. The old Uma Thurman effect.
So I got a question from you. Can they see the coloured smoke that she blows around, or is that just for our benefit?
I think that's just for our benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think yeah. Because we've already established. Well, I don't know if we've already established that like she has, she can poison people with the kissing and whatnot. So I think that's happening. But yeah.
So yeah, and the song playing at the moment when her reveal is a cover of a 50s song called Poison Ivy. Right. Dr. Impossible, what do you got? McGregor Scott, the producer, that's it, whose name the disease is named after. I don't know if that's a piss take or what. Said in an interview with Variety that the paparazzi photos of Schwarzenegger in costume were going for 10 grand. Yes. They had to sack some extras who were trying to sneak film cameras in. Now, it's weird dancing going on here.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is the power of Hollywood, isn't it? Like, get a bunch of people on set and just clutter the scene with just randomness.
That is just, well, yeah, they were going to follow the animated series for some stuff, but yeah, they were going to have someone like Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze copying the animated series, but then they thought, let's make some money and bring someone famous like Arnold Schwarzenegger to play a scientist. I'm surprised Clooney had a career after this. O'Donnell and Silverstone showed him. Yes, it did kill their careers. Because O'Donnell's back now in, was it NCIS LA or something? He's been doing TV work. And Clooney was saved because he stayed in ER. He was only on his first season when he made this, I think. So he came back for a few more of those.
And he made, I don't know if you can call it a cult film, but people that will forever love, was he in Mamma Mia, right? Or
Mamma Mia.
Is he not in Mamma Mia?
Yeah, that's Pierce Brosnan, isn't it? Or...
Okay.
He redeemed himself because there's the stories that if you go up to him and say you didn't like Batman and Robin, he'll refund you the money. But I'll have to wait till the meeting before I try that one. But yeah, he was very lucky to recover from this because he does say he's the one that killed the Batman franchise. But what's he been in? He's done a hell of a lot since. So what did he recover with? Batman and Robin, voiced the dog in South Park the same year. Because he'd already done One Fine Day romantic comedy with Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, and From Dusk Till Dawn. So then he came back. Oh, the same year this came out, he did The Peacemaker with Dr. Chase Meriden herself, Nicole Kidman. But yeah, what really brought him back was Out of Sight. Have you seen that? 1998 for Thriller.
I may have.
That's a good one. And then he played a small part in The Thin Red Line. And The Three Kings, that was a big hit in 99.
Yeah, the Three Kings, yeah.
Yeah, and then Oh Brother, Where Art Thou and Perfect Storm in 2000. And then Ocean's 11, etc., etc. So he did all right. And then he directed stuff as well. But yeah, got Batman doing stunts and his obvious stunt doubles. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger always has a guy with him called Sven Thorson something, who's usually a stuntman, but I can't see him in this film, so I don't know if he's masked up or he's doing Arnie's
the rope,
the standing bits. Yeah, because people are complaining now that people are obviously green screened into films. But yeah, when you hear about this film, most people are just stand-ins. If you don't see their face, because they can't be bothered to do all the makeup and stuff. Yep, I've done that one. People's done that one. Oh yes, Superman Lives got killed. Yes, so Clooney was going to appear in a Superman film later on if Superman Lives with Nicolas Cage had been made. But yeah, this killed that off straight away. Thank you, Paddy.
Yeah, that's bizarre as well. I mean, I can't say I'm like, unhappy that I never came, got legs.
That did look bad.
It just would have been in the vein of, I don't know, it wouldn't have been very serious, would it?
No, it would have been a hard watch, I should imagine. Hey, Sean, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Cool party. Yeah, I think. Sure. How does he fit in that car, in that suit? I think the suit was made in the UK. It was very expensive. There are some great Batman games on the Xbox 360. Now, is Batman Begins on the Xbox 360? Because that was a good game. Mike.
There are some really great Batman games. There's a trio of them. Each of them get progressively more like open world, and they're really good. They're Arkham City games and Asylum.
I played those. That was good. And who are the only two actors to be in all 4 Batman films?
Characters, did you say?
Yeah, actors playing the characters, I should say, the same actors.
Well, your man Alfred.
Yep. I'll let you think about that. So, Batman Forever was supposed to be Friday, but now it's going to be Saturday. So, last Friday it got cancelled, so we're doing it on this Saturday with Total Movie Recall, who was here earlier. I'll admit this movie did have a good poster. It does have a good poster. I don't have one handy. Oh yeah, I do. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the top billing, and then nice and colourful. So we got another chase.
Oh, this bit's great, yeah, because obviously, is this the bit where, Batman obviously has a good, a mature head on him, but Robin, he's a bit too, gun ho. Yeah, this is the bit. Yeah,
because Batman says you can't make the jump, so he disables his car. Luckily,
that's it. Yeah, totally mugs him off.
It stops.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, Batman. I think is this the last time we see the Batmobile? Because he does the jump, but he ditches it mid-flight because it gets frozen. Because I think later on, yes, there's the street punks won't make it. Boom. Oh yeah, this HD, it's an obvious stunt man. And I pissed off Robin. Oh shit. The fused red Batman Robin bat symbol was pretty cool for this too. Yeah. They did a pretty good job with all the design and everything.
Yeah.
Just forgot about the story. Oh no, the Batmobile crashes and is frozen, and they got this weird shot of Batman's flying in, punching through, and then standing there weirdly and unveiling.
No, I did enjoy him punching through though. That was pretty that
was pretty good.
There was a horror tinge to it there, but obviously, the standing over it's like standing over the dead corpse of your enemy.
Yeah. The costumes are pretty good. Yeah, this is where the awakening happened. Wish I had my back credit card. Yeah, that was just. I guess we missed that bit, luckily.
Yeah.
So yeah, Robin's on about talking about how it's always Bruce's way or the highway. It's Batman and Robin, not Robin and Batman. But then he goes on about how I'm family, you should trust me and all this. But then later on, Batman says it back to him, but Bruce has never actually done anything on his side to cause the trust. Just asking for it in return. Because he does let him fall to his death later without rescuing him. Yes, there's a bike race soon. Now, Corey Haim makes an appearance as a cameo in the bike race, apparently, in the crowd, or as one of the bikers. But I'm gonna look out for that. Bike race is awesome. Yeah, but Clooney had to do some chick flicks before he got good movie roles again. All right, everyone, chill. Oh, the ice puns. Someone had to start it. The Peacemaker is decent. Yeah, Out of Sight is what made him big again. Yeah. So if you like Ocean's 11, you should like Out of Sight. It's a bit more serious, but it's the same sort of vibe. Fun fact:
Yes,
Catwoman was supposed to happen in the 90s. They bought the script in when Batman Forever released, and it was the producer's biggest regret to this day. Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman would have been awesome. Can you imagine Al Pacino reviewing this flick? If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this movie. I can't do the voice. Yeah, who had the best neon going? This or Forever? You look good enough to eat. I like that guy. I think they really got the fluorescence well in this. I should have got my paint on. So
I also really like all this. I don't. This whole, you know, the backstory and everything, and the flashback. It shouldn't work in such a goofy film, but for me, it really does. It
does.
It just, yeah.
Yeah, the bits with Alfred are really touching, and
yeah,
like seeing him fall over in the corridor. And they got the grave outside the window, and then you got something else later on. And this, yeah.
Also, I think with Silverstone's character, she usually that role is sort of like for a lad. Usually the lad is more like you know, going off at night, sneaking off, being like the sidekick, but then wanting to be the hero. But she gets to do this. I think that's pretty cool for a female.
Yeah, she was supposed to be the strong female character at the time before the Hunger Games. But yeah, the fluorescence, they really did a lot better in this one, I think, look-wise, anyway. Al Pacino was already in Dick Tracy, so he can't say anything. He was pretty good in Dick Tracy. Alfred and Gordon, yeah. That's the answer. Did you enjoy the 2019 Joker? 2019 Joker. Yes, I did, but it's not a fun film that you can watch more than a few times, really, is it?
You don't watch that on a Friday night.
No. Let's have something entertaining after work. Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon. There you go. That's one of them. Oh, lightning, strobe effects. Yeah, so they bring him in this unplugged fridge or freezer. Robin is such a wimp in this. Yeah, he gets taken out by a girl. I walked out of the cinema watching this movie. Oh, damn, sorry. I tried watching this recent years, but I couldn't do it. I like Clooney. Oh, Brother, Where Are You is one of my favorites. Yes, that's a good one with this fake singing. But yeah, really funny movie. Yeah, it's a funny movie. You don't find this.
Great channel he is, but I can't believe you walked out, fella.
How'd you be nice to him and say, no, you're wrong?
Yeah, no, this is just a bit of fun, man. Oh, yeah. I mean, he was just in a fridge, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he was delivered in a fridge, and then Jesse the Ventura, is he the body Ventura? Jesse Ventura from Predator is in this, and Running Man. So they put him in this cell in Arkham, but it's got only like a 1 meter circle that he can survive in. Otherwise, he starts dying. So how's he supposed to reach the toilet? And even his bed's not in the circle. It's just, his bed is just halfway in the circle. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Dan, but you're welcome anyway. So hang on, Dan. How old were you in 1997, if you don't ask me?
That would be a good, yeah.
Because I was in my 20s when I saw this. I enjoyed it. So Robin was such a whiny bitch in this. Yeah, he doesn't have much to do. He's Robin. He should be very happy. Did you get a refund? If not, ask George Clooney. He does offer them.
Yeah.
Love the scene riding down the giant arm. Yeah, Robin screaming. That's a pretty good scene where he's screaming because he's pissed. Always thought Chris O'Donnell was too old. He was too old. He was 25 or something in the first one, or mid-20s by the first two anyway. He was in, and He's supposed to be playing 16, 17 at the oldest. It's supposed to be a boy, not 20, 30-year-old man, which, yeah, he's obviously shaving, so he's too old. Out of sight. See, there we go. That's my go. I do love that film. I saw that at the cinema, I think. I think it might have been one of those pre-release premieres. Indeed, he's too old, yes. The fractured relationship with Batman and Robin is actually a redeeming part of this movie for you. But, yeah, it's just not very well written. That's the only problem. And, yeah, they do trust each other. Yeah. Val Kilmer decided to do the stain. That's it. Unfortunately not. No refund for Dan. Kilmer was smart. Yeah, he knew trouble. I've seen all the Ocean movies except for the stupid reboot. But, hang on, reboot? Or was that Ocean's 8 with all the women?
Yeah, the women. I mean, I only liked the first Ocean's film. I watched them all not long ago, and for some reason, I mean, I enjoyed them all as a kid, but no, just the first one for me now.
I like the third one as well. I watched the first one a few weeks ago, last month. Yeah.
They just, for me, like the subsequent films, they just like the script is just like you know how it gets off to such a good start, and it's like trying to be it's clever and stuff, and no.
Michael Clayton is a good film, yeah. That's a more serious lawyer film. Oh, Bane's pumping his venom. Oh shit, I'm way behind now. Clooney was smart enough to pick films with interesting directors. Yes, probably did him well in the long run. Yes, that's how you do it. Go for the script rather than the money. Hey, Echo. Good evening. Sophie's here. Good evening. Hope you're well too, Sophie. Having Batgirl Alfred's niece and not Gordon's daughter is stupid. Yes, it is. It doesn't work. They should have just left it with the original story. But apparently, did you ever see? There's a 2002 show called Birds of Prey.
No, I haven't seen it.
Which has the opening titles is pretty good because it has Batman '89 costume, but it's not. Batman's disappeared, so he shows up for a flashback basically, and then it's got Canary and disabled Barbara Gordon, who's got
yeah.
She gets shot by the Joker and disabled. But yeah, they reused the Batgirl costume in this for that. Strong female characters didn't exist before Jennifer Lawrence. I know. I'm sorry. I keep thinking they were. Raising love for Jen. The fappening didn't happen before Jennifer Lawrence either. How about Clooney and Burn after reading that machine who heals for his wife? Yeah, I know. There's only bits of Burn after reading I like because it's a bit too wacky for me. But Alfred's best arc from all movies was in this movie. He didn't have much to do in the last movies. I still don't forgive him for letting Vicky Vale into the Batcave. No, he's never going to live that one down, is he? Because it's not like the relationship lasted the first film. So
yeah.
There you go. There you go. Way ahead of me. Jesse Ventura is one of the guards with Freeze. So you got two governors in this again. So you got Elle Macpherson there saying, "Touch me all over, George Clooney," and then he's dreaming about Poison Ivy in a costume. Now, apparently, people were the cast were asked what they'd keep. Oh, it's gone again. What they'd like to keep from the film, and what was it? Arnold Schwarzenegger said this his suit.
His suit.
Yes, and I think Elle Macpherson said one of the baseball caps for the production, and then George Clooney said Elle Macpherson. So.
Did he say this at the time as well? Was it around promotion for the film?
Probably. Is that going to come back?
Great.
See, give it a minute. So yeah, got this rubbish security in Wayne Manor, which records stuff after the fact, but not while it's happening, is it? Yeah, the island of Drotrimo. Val Kilmer was so drugged up in that movie for real. That is, yeah. But what's his name? Marlon Brando.
Oh,
crazy! It went through a few directors, and yeah, it was.
He must have been on the older side if Val Kilmer's in. in the
It was
same film.
it was around this time, 98, I think, maybe. After The Saint, when he took a turn. It's gone again. Cheap rubbish. Refresh. Right, what do we got? I'll give that a second to catch up. No, okay. So here's the street punk. So yeah, there's Coolio. Now where is Corey Haim? That might be him in the background with the face makeup. Not that people can see this, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's him with the fake long hair.
The white hair, or
Yeah, or is it yellow or whatever? Long hair down his back, and then apparently there's some of the droogs from Clockwork Orange are in here in the background. Yeah, hang on, let me get it. Oh, I can see it from here. And then you get the bike race where somehow they all know which way to go. Where did she get the helmet from?
oh look, they're there on the left hand
that's the
side.
Jews.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
old
I see them.
yeah. I mean, it's bizarre that they had the those same characters from Clockwork Orange in that new Space Jam. That's quite odd, isn't it?
Yeah, just because they're Warner Brothers, let's just chuck them in there for something for the adults. They put a gang of rapists in a kids film, or two kids films now. Yeah, Sahinda loves the 1989 film, and yes, Michael Keaton is back this year. Oh, he was 13 and walked out of this. Yeah.
You were okay. You was going through that phase where you wanted a little bit more from your films.
Did you get to see Blade the next year? I guess
he would have snuck into that one, definitely.
Yeah.
Everyone was sneaking into Blade, surely. I mean, if you wasn't old enough, you was definitely trying to get a bit of that.
Yes. That was certainly did better than this film. Arnold was hardly even in the suit. Yeah, considering how much he got paid. You would have put him in a lot more. Yeah, I think you're paying for Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you get those terrible puns instead. Now, here, I guess this is the LA Aqueduct, which is used in 100 films. I don't think I've ever seen it at night before. Because I'm way behind the chat. Let's blast through this. Jesse the Verde Bonchor, are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready for Captain Freedom's workout. That's the Running Man. I was 2 in 97. I saw this in the early 2000s. Oh, do you like this then? You've seen it, Sophia. Okay. So do you like it? Brando didn't like Kilmer very much. Neither did director John Frankenheimer. Yeah, that film was plagued with problems. How popular was this film in the UK? Not very. This is the answer. The first weekend it did well, like everywhere else. What were Burton's ideas for 3 or 4? I can't remember now. There are some videos about what he would have done, but whether they're true or not.
So why didn't he do any more after?
I think because it's the same reason. What you call it? With Thor, Ragnarok, and then Thor: Love and Thunder. With Batman 1, he was restricted by what Warner's wanted and kept in line, and then that was a massive success. So they thought, "Fuck it, go free reign" on the second one. But he went so dark and unfriendly that they lost all the.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And everything. People didn't want toys. They didn't want them because it was so dark and.
I mean, when you let Burton do what he wants, he does stuff like that. He does stuff like the Penguin at the beginning with the kid. Oh my,
the penguin and the cat in the first few minutes, and then
they
ditched this baby in the water. So yeah, it went off for a very dark start. God, they really did Bane bad in this one. Yeah, people are very upset still about Bane. He wasn't born into darkness. That was terrible. I was born into darkness. You should live in it. And Bat Echo. There, that's an awesome one. Wish I thought of that. Bat Tasties. I wonder if you think to. I nearly did the Bale trilogy, but I thought no, you can't really have a lot of fun without as a watch party. This killed Batman until 2005. Yeah, so that's 7 years to recover, 8 years. Bloody hell. Hey,
I
Greg,
don't even recall any animated Batman between this one and
No.
I know there was a lot of like Spider-Man on the TV and Justice League,
Yeah.
but I don't recall. Well, I mean, Batman would have been in the Justice League, but a solo cartoon.
No, I think, we
Well,
had
yeah.
Batman Beyond at some point in the 90s, but whether that was before or after, I can't remember now. And then...
Amazing show. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, so you remind Sophie of someone, but she doesn't know who. See, Kenjo remembers Bird Street. It was an awful, the ladies were hot. There's 3 hot ladies in it, but the series was quite awful. That is true. But it was better than the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Ocean's 13 is great. 2 was a step down, but 13 is 2 steps up. Oh, it's gone. It's back. But yeah, I like the third one just because of scamming Al Pacino. Apparently, there were a lot of links because Tim Burton wasn't a Batman comics fan, but Joel Schumacher was. So there are a lot of things to the comics, like, and the animated series that are in this, like Freeze making an ice sculpture of his wife, and then somehow the Asylum just lets anyone that says they're his sister into the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Uma Thurman from Kill Bill. She is Poison Ivy. Pete 2, that's it. Yeah, you're like Pete, play Tender Guy 2. Batman Begins seemed pretty exciting when it opened. Yeah, that was well received. Now we do get a shot of.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, well, I mean, of course it did. I mean, Batman Begins was like the first real grounded approach to it, and when you've got Nolan attached to it, I mean, you know.
Yeah. So when she's seducing the 2 guards, she goes like that to one, and the other guy just saying, watching. Oh, what's she doing? Obviously, it's legit, and then he gets blasted. But yeah, we do get to see the Riddler's and Two-Face's costumes in the storeroom in a minute. You must like Black Scorpion TV series. I only watched the Black Scorpion film if it's got that very attractive lady in it with the black hair. I think that's Black Scorpion, who was in See No Evil, Hear No Evil. And
so I wonder what those robotic. Look, there's some robotic arms.
Oh yeah, there's like a costume, isn't there? So I see the Riddler, but there is, like you say, something on the side. You can see it on the HD version. Dark Knight just nailed it. That is true. Yeah, I couldn't do 2.5 hours or 3 hours. We were going to do the Batman with AJ, but he doesn't like it. And then plus it's a 3-hour stream, so it's been too much. And then we got a laundry service that delivers.
Yeah, the officers are just running into Bane and just bouncing off of his shoulders like.
And even in '95, there were still people who wouldn't give Batman Begins a chance. Yes, it wasn't the massive hit that Dark Knight became. Yes, that is true. People were still sore from this film in 8 years later.
Yeah, well, I mean, you couldn't deny Dark Knight. You just can't deny it, you know. No.
The only thing I like in this is Uma Thurman as Ivy. Well, I don't like those things on her eyes or her hairstyles. So, wasn't Angelina Jolie? Oh yeah, think Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft was one of the first female strong characters in 2001. Yeah, you could probably name 100 before Hunger Games even comes out.
Oh yeah, of course you could. Yeah.
It was like getting whiplash in 2005 when I saw Batman Begins in the cinema. Radically different tone from the prior movies. I didn't actually love it at the time. The movie was too mature for me. Oh yes, you're one of those young folks, aren't you? But yeah, people weren't expecting what we got with that one. I'm trying to think if I saw it in the cinema. I think I did. I definitely saw Dark Knight in the cinema. Now I think Batman Begins is the best of the Nolan trilogy. Ooh. Better than Dark Knight. I do think the ferry scene at the end of Dark Knight is a bit slow and unnecessary. But
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was a bit underwhelming, I suppose.
yeah, but I do like Batman's assault on that, taking out the police to protect the hostages. Nothing's more 90s than Coolio, yes. I should get my hair done like his, but then that'd probably just be cultural appropriation or something.
No, nothing is more 90s than I think it was like one of the final Halloween films. You've got the other rapper.
Buster Rhymes.
That's a performance that will go down in history.
Who stole my resurrection?
Resurrection, that's the one.
Oh, it's after H2. I don't have it. Yes, Batman Returns is probably still my favorite because I've seen. Yeah, I saw all four of the originals in the cinema. I think I saw the Nolan. I definitely saw Rises and Night in cinema. I think I saw Begins. Oh, Austin saw Blade in '98. So yeah, Marvel was doing better than DC back then.
Yeah.
An adult version of a comic book character. Who'd have thought it? There you go. My top 3 live-action Batman films are '89, Returns, and The Batman. I think they're about the same as mine then. If it's 3, because I watch Batman Returns every Christmas because it's a Christmas film. Right. Now, how the hell do they get all the security footage in this film is terrible. How do they get a picture of them coming off the plane from South America? They got a picture of them in this ice cream factory. Then they got a picture of, and then Batman, even though he's held up in vines later, he's able to record Poison Ivy saying that she killed Mrs. Freeze, even though she doesn't. I remember thinking the campiness to this was pretty shocking and jarring when I saw it on VHS. Yeah, if you jump from '89 to this, it's a total.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, to Returns to Forever. You can see a link, but yeah, it does slowly shift. Rather, I guess 2 is the darkest. Returns. I never understood why Batman Returns was so controversial. It's not like Batman '89 was cute and cuddly. Yeah, Batman and Batman Returns, he didn't have any problem killing any fucker that stood in his way. But yeah, it was a bit too dark. Hey, Dan. There you go. A few of us tried to get into Blade twice in one day. Odin, Bromley, and Beckingham.
Nice.
Both had to wait for the VHS, of which my nan had to get me from Wolvers, as I got refused again. The system works. I love the Christmas setting in Returns and Catwoman, of course. Yeah, I think that's my 2 favorite things, and the music. Danny Elfman's score of that one. Because I don't have Forever soundtrack. I'll have to pick that up on CD at some point if I find it. Your nan is awesome. Yes. Did she know what she was doing when she bought Blade, though? Did she know it was an 18 certificate violent vampire film?
No, Dan's telling her, this is the latest superhero film. Have you seen Batman, Nan?
Yeah,
or Superman?
It's Batman, but
it's Batman's buddy.
Yeah, it's the same guy, just different costume. Yeah, obviously, Dan was a young-looking fella like me. I was literally getting asked for ID in my mid-20s for 18 certificate movies to buy, rent, or cinema. It was really embarrassing. Mrs. never got asked for ID. Yeah, I always got asked for ID, even though I was well into my 20s.
Oh,
now look at the state of me. Backfire.
Tell me about it.
That's why I got my lovely purple light to protect me. Yeah, that washer. Oh, put it in the blacks. Put in the Black Scorpion TV series. It was played by a different actress. Still very attractive. That was her. Oh, sorry. I see. Yeah, that was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that was her. Yeah, she was fit in the film. But yeah, she probably can't cast a pretty actress now.
That stuntman for Robin went flying down the stairs. That was some.
Yes, I saw that when I watched the other night, and then someone else goes down the stairs in a minute, I think. But yeah, it's a pretty nasty stair fall. There you go. The Batman '89 recent comic is the Batman. Yeah, I've started reading that, but I haven't finished it. It's probably the only Burton 3 we will ever get. Yes, that's unfortunately the Batman comic '89 comic wasn't that big, so That's why I'm doing Batman 2, my version. Scorpion, okay. No problems. I got there in the end. I like the Dark Knight Rises, but it seems like a step down. Needed some Joker. Yeah, it was unfortunate they couldn't have the Joker. He was supposed to have a small part, but still, it would have been nice to see him back.
He would have overshadowed Bane, wouldn't he? Being so famous from the Dark Knight. I mean, seeing him, it just would have. Yeah. I mean, people have problems with the end of the latest Batman for showing that same sort of snippet.
Yeah. Bane's hardly holding Batman down here. And how is it? Freezer just like turned the aircon on and it's instantly frozen everything.
Yeah.
And then it just takes Commissioner Gordon to turn it off again and it instantly gets warm enough for him to move around. But yes. Yeah, same thing. I hated being carded for everything in my 20s, but now it wasn't for my special lighting. Yeah, we also get Marlon Wayans' scrapped appearance in returns in that book. There you go. So yeah, because Robin was supposed to be by Marlon Wayans in the Batman Returns film, but he was cut last minute.
Wow, that would have been a really bold choice, man. Oof.
Yeah, so he is in my Batman 2. I need to find my Robin. I think I know who it is.
But one of the Wayans brothers, they actually did diversify that, like what they were in the 90s and the 2000s. One of them was in that film that related. I think it's Darren Aronofsky, the drug film with.
Oh yeah, Requiem for a Dream. Yes, I've heard
that's the one. So I mean,
yes, he's in that, isn't he? So yeah, he does show you sort of acting chops. So yes, Dan's got the best thing. Yes, Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock are the original action women. So if you have not seen the film Yes, Madam from 1985, I think it was, watch that now. You'll be fucking amazed.
Yeah, man, Michelle Yeoh. Ooh.
Yeah. LL Cool J. Oh dear. So yeah, Robin's dropped in melted ice.
That's the one.
That
is the one.
LL Chuka, yeah, like I say, LL Cool J's in H2O. That's why I was reaching for that one.
No one ever thought they'd see Busta Rhymes kung fu kick Michael Myers in the face. Come on.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was her in the movie See No Evil. But in Black Scorpion TV show, she was played by a different actress. So very right. Yes, good. That's how you go. Your face looks very undated. Oh, you bastard! My hair. Once I get my YouTube money, I'll get some plugs. Franz would refuse entry to Scary Movie 2, even though I was 18 and had to get into the got into the first film at 17. Maybe the woman behind the counter thought she was doing me a favor. I should do it myself.
But by the second one, you know what you're in for there.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were 18, so I never actually because I was too old by then. Keanu Reeves, you're being so there you go. I'd take that as a compliment.
I'll be going to see him on Friday.
Oh yes, I keep forgetting it's out. I don't think I'll be able to see it. Plus, it's
2 hours
3 hours
and 50
long,
minutes,
isn't it?
though.
Huh?
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah, I know people are saying it is that good and it does keep the pace, but still, that's a long time to be in the cinema. Yeah, I don't think I got. Maybe Sunday night when the clocks change. That washer, yes. It's a wireless keyboard. That's the problem. Heard Hogan was due to his role. Yeah, that is true. Sorry, I forgot about that. Thank you, Kenjiro. Yes, Mr. Hulk Hogan was in line for Mr. Freeze if Schwarzenegger didn't want it.
Hey, don't work for me, brother.
I don't. Oh, can you imagine him doing the puns? Arnie can get away with it, I think, because he's done puns forever. But now, because
she's being a manipulative cow here, isn't she?
She's a flawed character because of the men, the patriarchy.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
It's not that she's gone mental. Well, she seemed to be pretty mental in the first place about plants because she
Yeah,
makes.
she did seem a bit unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah, she made all the venomous plants to start with. Yes, the CRT is purposefully disconnects. It is a very old tablet I'm using for as a cam thing. But if it was a good tablet with HD picture and stayed on the whole time, I would be struck off straight away. So it is good. It takes a break. Hulk wasn't 1/10 the drawer Arnie was at the time. Yeah, I don't think Hulk has ever been a drawer. And you got this really pathetic plant in a glass case that's supposed to be a snake head or something, and it's just like real robotic like.
I mean, surely it would be allowed. It wouldn't, around Poison Ivy, she'd have that just like walking around,
Yeah, because
by her side or on her shoulder, little...
So yeah, Arnie wants to freeze the world, but she wants to repopulate with plants. So those two things do not mesh. So I don't understand how she's going to do this. It's stage 1 of McGregor syndrome. See, this is another thing. So they bring the doctor in to see Alfred, who's sick, but he already knows he's been what he's got, where it's at. There's no cure, and he's seen all the best doctors. So,
Well, us silly people, us silly viewers, needed to be told that, didn't we, by a medical professional?
Yeah. Alfred's condition is less severe, and the freeze has cured it already at stage 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, Bruce just walks down the stairs and he's just like, no, that's not happening. By the way, don't worry about it. Just be oblivious, please, son. Be oblivious.
Stop being a horny 15-year-old.
Exactly. We've got a young woman in this house. You need to behave yourself, young man.
Ivy is.
You can see it in his eyes.
That's a good point. You both need to watch the Nightman TV series came out this year. Oh, same year. Nightman. I think I heard. I don't remember seeing that in the UK, but I'll check it out in a minute. Dan's a wrestling fan because I always confuse it because it used to be WWF, didn't it? Because I always knew that as a World Wildlife Fund, and I know that's why they changed it to WWE.
Yeah.
I thought, what's he on about? But yeah, Hogan can't act outside WWE. I recently researched Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny, and I thought they were good as a kid, but my God, they are awful. Yeah, I haven't seen either of those for a long time because I know they're not gonna go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, you rewatched them, not researched them, as he says, Leo. But yeah, Hulk's done. The only good thing I think he's done is Rocky 3 is Thunder Lips. Because I'm thinking, what's he done? He did Thunder in Paradise as a TV show, didn't he? No Holds Barred, which is quite a bad film about wrestling. Suburban Commando, Rocky 3. Oh, he's a bit part in Gremlins 2, and depending on what version you watch. But he's been naughty boy recently.
Yeah, he keeps getting himself in trouble. Yeah, that's right.
And then, was it Chris Hemsworth is playing him in a biopic now?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. I'm trying to think.
Wait, Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah. Oh, so Hulk Hogan's in Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain. McKinsey's Island, that's what American Ninja director Sam Furstenberg directed that one. Santa with Muscles, that was quite bad. He was himself in an episode of Baywatch. Thunder in Paradise Interactive, there was a video game of that terrible show. There was 3 TV movies. I think, he hasn't actually missed a nanny. But he's done a lot more wrestling than he has film acting. But everyone does actually know who he is. Hulk really tried with Suburban Commando. I even remember him going on Des O'Connor show to remote it. I must have missed that one. Rewatch, there you go. And I can't forget the Three Ninjas movie he was in, No Hold Bars, half decent. Yeah, I think that's only decent because of the fighting in it, isn't it? I thought it was on Sky One at 12 a.m. Yeah, I didn't have Sky One. That's why I missed it.
Is Three Ninjas the one with the three young girls, or
No, three boys.
Ah.
I think. For all I know it, unless they change it for sequels. Damon,
yeah, the remake with all females probably.
Fighter of the Nightman. Yeah, all right. So Nightman sounds fun. Oh, not Nightman. Where is it? Night Manager. Oh, there it is, Nightman. Oh, it ran for a couple of years. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is a comic. Johnny Domino, a jazz musician who gains superpowers when struck by lightning. With Matt McComb. I don't know who he is, but I will check it out. Especially the intro. Is that Hemsworth, Hulk Hogan, still yeah, I keep seeing things about it, but then it was due to be directed by Todd Phillips, but he's doing a Joker sequel. I thought they'd filmed it, but then because you keep seeing these pictures of Hemsworth dressed as Hulk Hogan, was doing the workouts and stuff, but then he was doing Extraction 2, which is supposed to be coming out this year, isn't he?
Extraction 2, that's meant to have
Is that
that came out a few years ago, didn't it? The first one.
The first one, yeah. It's still a good film now.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened to it. Because I know he's done Thor, one Thor since. And
He was probably contracted to do the 4.
Yeah. I loved Thunder in Paradise. ITV Sunday afternoons after the Baywatch. Yeah. Nice sunny shows for the British audience, wasn't it? It was all about the sunshine. Roddy Piper was the best wrestling actor. He was the Maniac. He was good. So how many times does she get to try this password?
Was he the guy in They Live?
Yes, that's him. I was trying to think myself. And Hell Comes to Frogtown and lots of other weird films. But yeah, she tries this password about 5 times and then keeps getting options to keep going. Have another guess. I think the Hulk Hogan biopic was meant to start filming in 2020, but yeah, you know. Okay. Roddy Piper was great in They Live, and I loved him in Hell Comes to Frogtown. Yeah, that's the 2 things. There's a third I can never remember. He's in the TV. Sometimes he appears as a wrestler in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But there was something else. Because I never saw wrestling anytime, 80s, 90s or anything. But I saw
what would have been cool, right? If somehow we got a little bit more of Gotham, the city itself, but with Poison Ivy trying to terraform it.
Yeah,
like
that would have made more
spreads
sense.
her vines a little bit further.
Yeah,
that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah,
because at least that would have like she could have butted heads with Mr. Freeze that way, you know. He could be like, "Hey, whoa, I see what you're doing here now, lady." You know?
Does she even need Freeze's help for anything?
She's just a horny bitch.
I think she's supposed to want him to freeze everything, and then terraform after that. But yeah, doesn't need. She can just do it as is. The movie Wizard. Hang on, what's Wizard? Doesn't ring a bell.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, The Wizard. Is it? Yeah. I don't have The Wizard, which if it's the Nintendo game. Nintendo-based film. But if you're up for that, let me know. They Live is an absolute classic. Piper even had a one-off part in Texas Walker, Texas Ranger that was surprisingly good. Yeah, he was absolutely a brilliant actor. And yeah, there you go. I do not have They Live on VHS, which is shocking. I know. I used to have, well, originally when I collected the X rental. It's pretty worth a bit now.
I don't actually have it either on Blu-ray. That's a shame.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Back in action with Billy Piper. Billy Blanks. That's the one I'm thinking of. Thank you, Dan. My action man know it all. I'll have to get you in for Action April. So here's that street again. Now they've made it dark and turned the lights on. I think it's coming from a different direction now. Extraction was great action flick. Second one looks like it's going for their Die Hard 2 snowy vibes. Ooh, that's a good change.
That is some architecture right there. The old man holding up the auditorium.
There's a building called the Headroom, and it's got 4 massive heads on the outside. You think? Apparently, they did throw money at this film. That's why its budget was, what did I say, 125 million for back there, which is astronomical. But they expected big things. It's the Robin signal. Ivy's calling me. Come here, you horny bastard.
This is the bit where, okay, right, this is at this stage of the film, this is why I fell in love with it as a kid, because it probably says, I don't know, but him just being seduced by, I mean, I probably was in love with Uma Thurman, right? And like, he's just being seduced by her, and like, it was pretty like, this was like as tense as I got as a kid in films, right? Bruce knowing that he's about to be, mugged off, and him going to the lair and it being covered in the, we're coming up to my favorite scene when he's about to be kissed and
Yeah, because the VHS is 120 minutes, it says. There's only some scenes may be unsuitable for young children. But yeah, this is the second person Alfred's let into the cave. Bruce needs a new butler. Yeah, no one complained about him letting her into the cave, just Vicky Vale.
only really hot women.
Oh, he's frozen. I do like the frozen effect. It does look plasticky, but
I mean, it's okay, yeah.
I do have The Last Time. I just had to think about that. Yeah, I do like that film. It's one I used to watch as a kid. You know that one?
I do know it, but I'm not sure if I think I get mixed up with what's the Flight of the Navigator or something.
Oh yes, that's another one. Yeah, that's both came out at the same time. Both about aliens and spaceships, and so yeah. Why does explain this, how this works. It's observational thing. What's it called?
An auditorium, is it?
No. What is it? Thing that looks into the sky. An observatory, that's it. So it's supposed to be just a giant telescope. But then he can plug his device into it because it's an observatory powered by the giant diamonds that he needs to power his freezing machine. And then this just projects it. But then Batman can reverse it by lining up the satellite dishes to redirect the sun to the and make it a laser gun that only freezes, defrosts the ice instantly, but doesn't harm a human being or anything else. I might be doing too much into it. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! I had time to CGI my head into this computer. I expected you might find your way down here, child. I programmed my brain algorithms into the back computer. Piece of piss. Yeah, and because how does he make these costumes? Because he can barely do the ironing in one of the films.
Yeah, it begs the question: who does all this?
So we get crotch shot, high heels, butt shot. Not that I'm complaining, and tit shot, but no nips. You need to watch Jungle Ground with Robert. Oh, that's Jungle Ground. there's so many. I didn't realize how many action films Roddy Piper had done.
Yeah, it seems like he's been in a lot then. Yeah.
He does. I keep randomly seeing ones. But because he does have a few rotten ones as well, but yeah, wouldn't know until you see them. Sweet 16, the movie. Let's see. Shut Up and Shoot.
Sweet 16. That can't be from the Scottish director. Not what's his name? Forsyth.
It's from Nima Barnett. It's about two best friends try to outdo each other in their respective Sweet 16 parties approach. As their Sweet 16. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hours of fun. How the hell did you get that? I guess they expected big pin slips. Ah, there you go. Give me a sign. How about slippery when wet? It wasn't till later on I realised how filthy that bit was. So yeah. Now she's supposed to be. Oh, she just said it then. How about slippery when wet? Because there's when Robin falls in the water in the pond, then he comes up, then he goes back down. Apparently, they just reversed the shot of him coming out of the water. I never noticed, but apparently it's pretty obvious. Planetarium. No, it's not a planetarium. It was an observatory with a big telescope. The whole thing ends with a massive architecture is great. Arguably a better ending setting forever. Yes, I do like this ending.
See, look, that knowing look to the camera that Uma gives.
Yeah. Tell me what you're up to and then kiss me.
They've glossed up O'Donnell's lips.
His wax lips. But surely saliva would have passed through.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
And then she could have just kissed him again after he took the lips off. But yeah, he's going to fight. And why does her own plant eat her in a minute?
He was probably pissed at being trapped in a glass box that whole time.
Yeah, my vines have a crush on you, so yeah, she can somehow control vines. Batman looks very awkward being lifted into the air. Where does he pick up this giant saw from? So even back then, it was like Batgirl. Don't you mean back person or back? Not very PC. Should be back them. I'm surprised Batman Forever got an Oscar nomination for best cinematography. I've never been crazy the way that film looks. Ah, yeah. Even though it was shot by Stephen Goldblatt, like this one. Yeah, I would never have thought that's a fantastic looking film. It's just cinematography. Oh, there it is. He comes up, shakes his head back down again. If you look at it, it's weird. And then, yeah. Geez, I know, you really see the stand-ins in the HD version. So, yeah, Batman's... So, where's the camera?
Yeah, great question, yeah.
So yeah, she pulls out this knife, and then she checks her hair, even though she can't even see herself in it. This is not the same fight as in Kill Bill, that's for sure. Curses! No. She's eaten by Audrey too. Because yeah, you don't until the last scene. You don't see what happens to her. Because all Batman does is cut the vines, but then there's lots of other vines that can just grab him instead.
Yeah, he cut about 2 or 3 vines, yeah.
And then she says, "Bruce, it's me, Barbara. I found the Batcave." Like, yeah,
no way.
And then yeah, so they leave Poison Ivy's lair. Then we cut to the frozen observatory. And the next thing we know, they're all changed into different costumes again. So she has a second costume change in 5 minutes, and different vehicles. So where do they come from? Gotta go. Take care. All right, take care, Sheena. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you as always. On the original series, Barbara was Commissioner Gordon's daughter, and only Alfred knew she was Batgirl. Now, she was in the series. I didn't know only Alfred knew. I haven't seen that later series for a while, but she did have a pilot for the Batgirl TV series that was never picked up. And I think the original Batgirl from the 60s sent a congratulations letter to Alicia Silverstone when she got the part of this Batgirl. And then, so what was that, 30 years later? And then, 25 years later or whatever it is, we would have had another Batgirl film, but it was dumped as a tax write-off.
Yeah.
It was probably this level, but although, see, this was made of 125 million in 97, and that was made for 95 or 85 million now, so that is quite low budget. All right, thank you, Slasher Fred. Good evening. Thank you. Why is this movie not called Batman and Robin and Batgirl? That's true. Oh, so yeah,
that has always bugged me since a kid. That has
well, that means Batman, because she has to become into it, because in Batman Forever, Robin comes into it as a character, so, and then it's Batman and Robin because he's a full-time character in the next one.
Yeah, I mean, it would have given it away. I mean,
spoilers. But yeah, so there's the Bat-Skidoo.
Oh, see that wire work there? I mean, it was really obvious, but I mean,
yeah, very dodgy, isn't it? And then so she's wearing this.
Oh yeah, of course the costume changed, because when they walk off, they look really cool, like just walking off together with their new suits with the silver. Yeah,
because you don't really notice it because all the flashing lights, it just looks like shiny. But then, and how does the Batwing? Oh, the bat
capable of redirecting that and then pushing it off with
redirecting it and pushing it back, but not getting frozen itself, because you had time to make a bat slider that was ice resistant or something. Yeah, I'll finish off the city. You kill the kids, but leave me the bats. I think the difference between the look of Forever and this film, this one goes for broke with the glossiness. Forever is neon drenched, but still tries to be a bit gothic as well. Yeah, there is a bit of a changeover in that one, but then, some of the effects aren't bad, where they fire up into the sky and jump up, but then there's a bit later where they jump up and it looks very badly drawn in. Well,
there's a bit just before this when Mr. Freeze is shooting the city with the ice. It looks terrible. It looked really bad.
Yep. It's hit and miss, but the 90s limitations. I wonder if Batgirl got the same pay as the blokes. Ooh, don't go there. She just done, what was it? Not Clueless. What was the other? Was it Excess Baggage she was in? There was 2 films before she did this.
I don't know what year Clueless came out.
No, not right. Hang on. Sunrise isn't for 5 hours here, but it's morning in the Congo. Yeah, so we'll redirect sunlight around the Earth and then burn everyone alive. Because what did Alicia Silver? Clueless was 95. Crush, yes, done quite a lot. The Crush, of course, from 93. She was in a few Aerosmith videos. I remember that. Crazy, Crying. Hideaway with Jeff Goldblum. Clueless was 95. The Babysitter. Excess Baggage came out the same year as this. And then she took 2 years off to recover. It's neither fish nor fowl. No. Targeting disabled. Yeah, Batman said, I've won, and then 2 seconds later he hasn't. Silverstone was a big deal around this time. She never survived this. No, unfortunately not. No wonder, yes. I got you. See, this goes.
I'm getting heavy Spawn vibes from this costume.
Yes, the cape, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the silver as well, just the design of how it's wrapping around
Yes.
their body.
Oh, Batman's down. He's hanging on by his feet. It's the weirdest bit ever.
Well, he is a bat.
He just seems
Look at him, he's really still as well. Yeah, no, they tried to make him
like
a
waiting
bat,
for something. What's he waiting for? He's just excess baggage bombed as well. Yeah, I can't remember much about that. I don't remember. It was clueless. There was an episode of Batman the Animated Series. Almost got them where. Oh, quick! What's it next? Oh, there we go. No, yeah, this final battle isn't too bad compared to Forever and stuff. But yeah, like very easily take on Bane by just kicking his pipes out. Spawn was the same year as this. Yeah, that hasn't aged well. Graphics wise, anyway.
Oh yeah, graphics wise, yeah. I mean, I love it, but yeah, yeah.
Why is Batman fighting him? Because he's wearing armor. Spawn, don't get me started. Wonder. Yeah, I think I misplaced my fucking Spawn video. I thought I had two at some point, and I must have thought when I gave them away, I still have one. No, why does Venom shrink? Just because he's not on Venom. Come on, Batman. Oh. Because all he does is plug a bat heater onto him.
I was going to say he definitely has time to grow it.
On, as it were. I'd rather watch Spawn than this. Heathens. The way Two-Face is killed is forever is beyond retarded. Oh yes, we'll get to that on Saturday. Because how the hell is Batman carrying a bag of coins around with him just in case he gets the drop on Two-Face? There you go. There was an episode of Batman the Animated Series called Almost Got Them where you have the villains playing cards and talking about how they almost defeated Batman. Yeah, that was such a good show. Oh, it's gone again. Hang on. Yeah, that is the hell sequence is the one that, yeah. Some of the effects still hold up, but yeah, that hell sequence is weird. Oh, it is on there. All right. Is it back on? I'll give it a second. No, it's not on.
I mean, surely the whole, going from super cold to super hot is going to cause some like structural, the structural integrity of Gotham is definitely a shambles right now.
Yeah, people are going to get ill from this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why didn't Batman save Robin and Batwoman? Was he just sick of them? All right. Typical. Cameron's taking a time out. Refresh, you bastard. All right. That's the end anyway. Right, so yeah, they're surfing down on the giant, which would have killed them instantly. All this stuff falling on them and around them. Yeah, it's a bit of bad post there. Right. Will Tommy Lee Jones really hated working with Jim Carrey, yes. We'll get to that as well on Saturday. There's a lot to talk about. Spawn are PS1 graphics. You are on drugs, yeah. That's definitely the best way to describe them. Yeah, PS1. Because when was that? That's 25 years ago now.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah. Because in the first Batman 89, his what's it called? Bat. The one that shoots things and the ropes. What do you call it?
The Batarang? No.
No, that's just the
Yeah.
With the one with the string, can't hold him and a very slim Kim Basinger, but in this one he can carry 2 people and flip them up. They keep talking about a Spawn reboot, but yeah, I think it would need such a big budget to do it justice.
Yeah, that was on the cards a few years ago. They wanted no, yeah, I don't know, but it was on the cards. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Good. Well, even Michael J. White's still not too old to do it. He's quite fit still.
Yeah.
Still a good martial artist. Come on, you piece of shit. Now, this uniform seems to accentuate parts of Alicia Silverstone that you wouldn't get today. What do you make of the new Supergirl movie and the Flash movie costume? Because she's head to toe covered in that one.
Wait, which film are you talking about?
The new Flash that's coming out soon. She's a Supergirl in the trailer.
Oh, okay. I can't see. I haven't seen any of the trailers, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Best.
I mean, I've seen one where there's like a cave shot, and the Flash is done inside. I think that's a promotional.
Yeah, that's a film.
Promotional shot.
No, it's fucked. We only got 5 minutes. So yeah.
Oh, so wait, they're bringing in a bunch of superheroes for the new Flash Day, not just Batman.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Well, he is going to be time hopping, so
yeah. Yes. Hello, Sally. How are you? Why didn't Nicole Kidman return as Dr. Chase Meridian? She's nowhere to be seen. Or she's not even. Yeah, they never even mentioned previous love interests. So yeah, I guess because she could have still played. I guess they couldn't get Nicole Kidman back because she was doing quite well after that, and then.
Well, she's not going to play second fiddle to Uma and whatnot.
Although Elle Macpherson, who plays a different character, she could have played that for one or a couple of scenes, but then they weren't going for much relationship drama. But yeah, I guess like Bond films, he's never with the same bird twice. In the original series, Mr. Freeze played by 3 different actors. George Sanders, who voiced Shere Khan in The Jungle Book, played it all. Yeah, I remember one of the 66. Anyone can take a life. Vengeance isn't power, but to give a life, that's true power. Between Jones
excellent.
It must have been a nightmare.
Talk to me softly.
Yeah, poor Schumacher was in the middle of Jones and Kilmer. Batman beat Two-Face by beating the slot machines. That's how he got all those coins. Makes sense now. Must have been a deleted scene. Have you seen Bat 21? Remember asking for that movie in the market back in the 90s? They said, do you mean Batman? Yes, Batman. Bat 21 is. I do have that as an extra rental. It's a Gene Hackman film from the late 80s with Danny Glover, and Gene Hackman's left behind enemy lines in the jungle, and Danny Glover has to, in a small airplane, flying over every day to keep him updated and lead him away from the bad guys. It's a very good film. But yeah, I can see if you say Bat 21 in 1989, how they'll get confused. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones hated Carrie. Yes, and yeah, told him to his face to buy. Yeah, he likes to tell that story. You never. And Jones didn't do another superhero film till Captain America: The First Avenger.
Well, they do seem like 2 different, vastly different personalities.
Except I don't know what Tommy Lee Jones' acting was doing in Forever, because if he'd have played it as his normal gruff self would have been better instead of being the Joker. The Flash's chances of Apocalypse says, I've seriously dwindled since Shazam's just died a death, hasn't it? Shazam 2.
Yeah, which is is it surprising? No, it is surprising because I mean Shazam, the first one, was like a crowd pleaser. It was more it wasn't trying to be serious or anything. But no, I haven't seen this new one, but
I haven't seen it, but it'll probably be entertaining enough as you watch it. I'm not the biggest fan of the first one because the young kid, and then when he transforms into Shazam, he's supposed to be the same person, but they're completely different characters. Everyone's having fun, and then next minute, oh, I'm a kid again, how miserable. But you can turn into Shazam at any time. And then, and Shazam.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, apparently that's the non-Shazam. Well, the kid who plays Shazam is barely in the new film, only for about 10 minutes. I heard he's more Shazam because that's what everyone wants to see.
Exactly. Yeah, Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi. But yeah, here we go. So Arnold Schwarzenegger has been put in the same cell as Uma Thurman, the person that betrayed him, and said his wife was dead. Prepare for a bitter harvest.
Oh, they both look great though. That shot of him coming through with all the lights in, that was great. And then she just looks like she looks like she's been out from Friday to Sunday. She's back home on a Monday. Ooh.
Yeah, and then it's been a few days of Batman just puts the stuff in a drip and thinks, I trust the bad guys.
Yeah.
Flash box office, Daddy's back. That ain't going to be no slouch at the box office. No, it's going to have a massive opening weekend, and then if it's good, it'll hold it. But if it's bad and people are only seeing it for Batman, then it's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I think it's clever what they've done. They're marketing it around Batman now. I mean,
yes,
anyone that likes Batman, I mean, and if it has great Batman scenes, then people are going to go back to the cinema multiple times just for Batman. I think
definitely.
Unless it's a really good film. But I mean that script was written before the takeover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have any hopes for it whatsoever.
Well, yeah. So we've got Shazam out this week, Aquaman 2 in a couple of months, all based on the now retired DCEU, and then Flashpoint is supposed to be wiping the slate clean so they can start again.
Yeah.
So, and then Aquaman's not got a draw either. Not, I don't hear anyone clamoring to see that one.
Well, it's weird because it doesn't, like you said, it's not the talk of the town, but it made $1 billion.
Yeah, I know. Aquaman makes over $1 billion, but I don't know how. People weren't that excited.
Momoa.
Well, Momoa, yeah. Man. Gene Hackman was an excellent actor, yes. I think he retired at the right time because he was getting pretty old I saw him in Absolute Power the other night with Clint Eastwood.
Gene Hackman, some of his last roles would have been with Wes Anderson. He was in the Royal
Tenenbaums and stuff like that, yes. Yeah,
so that's a great shot of them running off. I thought that was cool.
Running away, and the film ends triumphantly. And then the likes of this Batman will I don't know if we'll ever see that stuff again. No.
We've gone way beyond that, haven't we? With both the Marvel universe and DC.
Yeah.
I mean, we're likely to only see that sort of stuff in animated now, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't like the Shazams at all. Yeah, they're not for everyone, are they? I've seen the first one twice.
Yeah, I've seen it a good few times.
But then I'm no rush to see it even before the next one comes out. So there's Ice Thugs. There's 30 Ice Thugs. About 50 people doing stunts. I didn't recognize anyone. I didn't recognize any names. Henry Kingy Sr. is in this, but I don't. Oh, Sven Old Thorson. But apart from that, project consultant Bob Kane.
Yeah, I saw that. I guess his name will get put on anything that's Batman related, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you see the original Men in Black, in the scene where Jim Edwards makes fun of the soldier when he says that the Men in Black is looking for the best of the best, he calls him Captain America. Yeah, that was way before any of those. Oh, I guess it was the 90s one, but no one remembers that. There you go. Thank you, Slasher. What is Arnie going to do with Uma Thurman in that jail cell? Well, all he can do is beat her up because I don't think.
I was going to say give her a few slaps for sure because that whole thing with his wife,
Deep freeze. Yeah, I don't know if he can really. How does he go to the toilet in that thing anyway? Batman and Robin, the most expensive toy commercial ever made. That is very much true. And it didn't work. Mr. Schwarzenegger's drama coach was Walter von Huhn. What they failed to realize. Rick Baker did the Nora Fees in the ice and the popsicles, apparently. But what they didn't realize is if you make a good film, people will buy the toys. If you you can't just make a film and then people will buy the toys, because like this proved it doesn't work.
Well, yeah, because then you're not the cool kid, you know. You've got the toys because the film's cool, and then you're showing your buddies, and
yeah,
you know,
you show off your Batgirl motorcycle now. Back then, laughed out the schoolyard. Batman is the real push for the Flash, but I don't see Keaton being in it much. No, because the main thing he's doing is action. So he's definitely 70s. He's in the 70s now, isn't he? Early 70s, I think. So he's definitely
no way.
He's late 60s. He's late 60s, early 70s. Because Batman '89 is 34 years ago now. So he was in his 30s then. So
Wow.
yeah. Oh, Austin saw Shazam too. There you go. Any good? The actor in Flash is bloody word. Yeah, he's done himself no favors.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. How the hell did you ever sell a job? Because if the Flash film wasn't coming out.
Yeah, exactly. There's no going back now, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. They had to protect him, even though what they've done, they ditched Cavill from Superman to have other stuff instead.
Oh yeah, that's something that I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive, you know, because we never got Man of Steel 2, and it's like
he had at least 2 Superman films in him.
Yeah, but remember, I despise him with a passion.
Okay, but yeah, there you go. R. Kelly is.
No one was even still in the cinema at this point.
No, we've had the other
This
song.
was just like an echo, and everyone was just filming it out the big screen.
Yeah,
Wow.
people are blaming Shazam 2 bombing for the takeover because people know it's not going to lead anywhere. Yeah, that is its downfall. People say, well, what's the point of the film if it's not going to carry on after this? If they're going to set up another story that's not going to go anywhere. Hackman is great in the Tenenbaums. Yeah, I do love him in that. Marvel is dead. It's going to have to pull out something pretty special to recover. Because I think, I saw? The first phase had, 6 films or something? Almost. And then it was only till Endgame, there was 13 films in phase 3. And then I think it was 53 different fucking things in phase 4 of TV shows or something. And it was chaos.
I think they're going to trip over their own clever doing with the whole TV show stuff and the film. They're going to trip over themselves. Because I think before the television stuff, they said you wouldn't have to watch it. You could just continue with the universe. But then I think we've already seen things where, you would benefit from watching the Disney Plus stuff.
Doctor Strange too, and then if you hadn't seen WandaVision, you want to.
You don't know why she's gone batshit crazy,
Yeah, she was nice at the end of Endgame, helping them all out, and then next minute she's the turncoat because her imaginary kids didn't exist for real. Right.
But it could get worse because I think if they introduce like a really like a plot to the whole. Well, I guess in that case, if they introduce another plot that's like game changing. Yeah. And we've already seen it in, say, Loki season 2. It's going to piss people off, even people that are not. Once you piss off, there's one thing, rattling our heads that are like big fans of it, but then it's another thing rattling the heads of like just moviegoers in general. Yeah. Once you start doing like mums and dads' heads in, they're like, "What's going on?" Like,
Definitely. Hackman was in Young Frankenstein. I think, I don't know if he's credited in that. Yeah, but he is the blind.
Oh, really? I've just picked that up on Blu-ray. I'm looking forward to watching that.
He's only a small part, but yeah, it's.
No.
I love that film. Yeah, I don't know why Aquaman made a billion either. A lot of people went to see it and liked it, or did they like it? It does depend on Galaxy 3 is the only one that's going to help Marvel because people are looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's a fan favorite.
Yeah, they've messed up by doing too much after. They should have had a rest. Rick Baker is sorely missed talent, same with Rob Bottin. Yes, two great. Yeah, their effects work was amazing.
Yeah, heard about that today. Yeah.
Yes. The only thing missing from these end credits is the banging U2 track. Yes, that's what we'll get to on Saturday, isn't it? Oh, right. We'll wrap this up with these last comments. Aquaman is a solid movie. Yeah, I enjoy it, but it's not one I think, oh, I'll watch Aquaman tonight. The only good thing about Smashing Pumpkins song at the end.
Well,
God knows where Rob Waterman. He's a real estate agent. He was a real estate agent, but how true that is, I don't know. I'll have to look him up. I hope the takeover means more upbeat Superman. I would welcome that. Yeah, apparently who is it? James Gunn's doing the new Superman Legacy, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Nobody was still in the cinema at this point. Yeah, I think I left when the titles came up, and I enjoyed it. The original Flash TV series, the pilot was like Batman '89 plot. It involved the main character becoming a vigilante to avenge his brother's murder. Yes, because that came out as 2 episodes. So it came out on VHS rental as a film, the Flash film. So that's how, there was a few of those. There was The Trickster, Return of the Trickster, or Revenge of the Trickster. There's double episodes that came out on VHS because it didn't come to the TV show for a while, TVs for a while. I Believe I Can Fly. I never knew R. Kelly did the theme for Batman. I did not know he did an R. Kelly song for the film until today. Because, like everyone says, I never made it that far in the credits.
No, yeah.
I have to watch Loki to understand Quantumania. Go fuck yourself. No, you have to watch Loki to understand who Kang is. And I watched it, and I still didn't know who he was. I've heard of stories about Bottin. Even Verhoeven lost contact with him, but he said he became sad and bitter with the industry. Yeah, I guess CGI sort of ruined his career, or took over. Ooh, hang on. One of the big wigs at Marvel quit today. Good. Did they fall on their sword, or were they pushed? Pamela Anderson stuntman. Yeah, in Barbed Wire, there was definitely some dudes doing Pam's work. Right, there we go. So that's the last comment. So I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you for Damo for joining me. Because this was your 3rd favorite Batman film, was it 4th? 4th, I think you had it as.
Yeah, I think it was the 4th, yes. Yeah, and then,
Surely nostalgia, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, I enjoy it. I do.
I enjoy it too. I will admit that. It's good fun. It's a terrible Batman film, but it's a good fun film.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Later, dudes.
Nice one. Thank you. Yeah, this was my first live stream, man. So thanks for having me on, man.
Well, I would have never guessed. Very good for having you here. So yeah, subscribe to Rosso's Smile Films. I think I'll
nice one. Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. So what am I doing? I got a couple of days off. What am I doing? What have you got coming up?
Get some rest, man. Get.
I am a bit tired. I got a holiday coming up, so I got a week off soon.
Oh,
won't see you for over a week. Kickboxer watch party with the director David Worth on Thursday at 10 p.m. with Rob's Vintage Video and Jeff from 10 Bronson. So that's the next thing. And then where's he gone? Total Movie Recall will be here for Batman Forever on Saturday. And then Daylight Savings start. Right. So yes, thank you everyone, and thank you, Damo. We shall see you next time.
Cheers. It's been a good night. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks for everyone joining. Mike, Kenjiro, Franz, Tong Po time. Yeah, it will be Tong Po time Thursday. This time Thursday we'll be getting set up. So yeah, again, the directors will watch it with us. The Slasher Fred, Dr. Impossible, as always, Sally. We'll take care, and we'll see you later.
Cheers, everyone.